Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua as the sun breaks through beside the Nashua River. John Collins along with Tom King as we get set for Girls Lacrosse. Just a single game today. We've done a lot of double headers in 2026. This is a spring matchup against two teams that are always putting good players out on the field, and Bishop Guertin no exception this year, and especially Souhegan. Souhegan, team that plays in Division II in so many sports, but not in this one. They are in Division I, and they are worthy of it. They're 9-1 on the season. They've only lost to Portsmouth so far, nearly running the table as they go up against the Bishop Guertin team whose number they seem to have as they have taken the last two meetings between these two teams. Souhegan's only loss on the season, you have to go way back to the third game. They lost to Portsmouth 11-5. Otherwise, they
are 11-1. I knew they had played more. They beat Andover yesterday and 17-4, and there's another win you don't have on there for some reason.
On the NHIAA schedule.
I have it on the NHIAA schedule, but they don't have Andover on there. You have an earlier one. So they have 4 games left.
9-10, yep.
They have 4 games left, and this is 2 of them, BG and Bedford, tough. Londonderry could be tough. So, for Souhegan. For BG, 9-4, but they need to take their game to the next level against good opponents. I think they've beaten everybody they should beat. Now they've got to beat somebody that maybe they're even with or has a little bit more than they do. And that's Souhegan.
They got 3 good teams remaining on the schedule, including Souhegan, does BG. They got Souhegan today, and then they have Exeter, and to close out the season, number 1 Portsmouth.
And that's going to be the tough one. I think Portsmouth is the clear favorite.
At Portsmouth.
And I think that the way everybody looks at it, John, they look at Souhegan and Portsmouth as maybe the 2 teams that can,
they
do something.
Seem to be on a
And they were in the finals
course
last year.
Yeah, they're the 1 and 2 seeds right now. They might end up being the championship game, barring an upset between now and then.
Right, and Souhegan's got everybody back from that team last year. Most of the big guns back.
Yeah, and BG's missing a key player.
They're missing Abby Lynn, as far as I know. I've got to see number 3. We looked earlier, and she was in warm-ups, so. Which means that she might not be out there, but we'll see.
It means she's probably getting closer to playing in the tournament if she's
don't know. They've been very secretive about it. So and she is a player who can make a difference.
So we see in the powwow as we look in on the Souhegan team, now over to BG.
Because John, yesterday they beat Dover, and I see Abby Lynn with a number 3 on, and her shirt, that's the first time I've seen that, and she looks like she could go out there and play if she had to in terms of the way she's dressed, so we shall see.
Yeah, she is on the sidelines
she's right on the sidelines right now. Doesn't have a stick in her hand, which is, that's not what you want to see, but, we'll see if she's any closer. I'll try to find out after the game. Maybe I can find out during the game.
Yeah, she seems to be.
I have my ways, John Collins.
Yeah, you have to have your ways. So it seems like she's in captain mode right now. As you said, Tom, no stick, kind of rooting her team on to begin this game.
She's been kind of their unofficial assistant coach all season long.
Right. So we have our players out on the field now as the Sabres break their huddle with an emphatic cheer, and they're at the Center X getting ready for the opening draw between, see who's designated to take the opening draw for Bishop Guertin. Their Cardinals coming off a win over.
Could be Dumont. Number 1.
Number 1. It is.
It is Dumont.
Lola Dumont, and she's up against number 2, Libby Kennedy, who dominated in that game we saw earlier in the season, Tom. So 1 against 2. Not in the standings, but uniform numbers to begin this one. We got Michaela Savageau on camera today, Dan Young on replays back in the studio, and the executive producer of Nashua ETV, Pete Johnson, alongside as we are underway. 12-minute quarters in New Hampshire girls and boys lacrosse, and Souhegan right on cue with a clean win of the opening draws. The flip from Libby Kennedy goes to Izzy Evan Stevenson, and those two team up often in this. Number
1
2
and
number
2.
1.
They're easy numbers to remember right now.
Right.
They're the top 2 on this team. They make that offense go, but Souhegan likes to spread the wealth. They do it.
Souhegan has scored 20 goals a couple of times as they penetrate or try to and get repelled by the BG defense playing tight.
And they are trying to cut down. If you notice, John, they are trying to get the cutter down the middle of the area.
Yeah.
And BG is trying to do everything they can to stop that and make them shoot at an angle if they have to.
Trying to dance and almost lost the defender, but
right. So what happens when you don't get a cutter and you're behind the net? You try to cut it, get it out to the side, and see if you can shoot from there.
And now making a run, no shot.
Oh, nice
pass. Contested pass, and it's a foul against BG. Going to set up a free position for the Sabres.
And that, it accomplished that. They had a player underneath, not really well covered, got her the ball. It's almost like an alley-oop pass, John. That's what that looks like, akin to basketball.
Emmy Curran on the restart scores.
Yep, and there it is.
First goal of the game belongs to the Sabres from the opening face-off, putting on a lot of pressure on the BG goal. And finally, as we watch in the replay, Curran deposits.
Yeah, look at Curran. She doesn't hesitate. Has the ball, and look how close she gets off the free position, 5 yards away. And that's almost a layup for a team that scores a lot of goals in Souhegan.
Goes to the right side of the net and scores on that. Not much that the BG netminder could do on that play. So BG goes back to the draw, try to get a win for her team. Lola Dumont dueling with Libby Kennedy. Souhegan in there visiting black jerseys and shorts against BG in their home whites.
My guess is that would be Emma Smith if it's 88 in goal for BG, sophomore.
Emma Smith, yes it is. They've got 2 goalies listed. One's freshman Paige Boyd and Emma Smith, number 88. Going to be facing an onslaught of shots in this one. Souhegan has put up 20 goals a couple of times this season, also 18 and 16, 15. Not sure how many they got against Andover yesterday. 17, 18. 17. Wow, it's like their average now. Back to the draw, midfield. Mostly an overcast day, but the sun decided to poke through.
Yeah, summer's over, John. Summer ended after its 5-day
appearance cameo.
Yep.
That's a win for Souhegan, but good stick work, and was going to be a foul called against Lola. I think it was. Souhegan on the restart.
Now the key is that Souhegan won the draw. That gives you the leg up on any calls that are going to be made.
Izzy Stevenson. Referees call the physical contact a lot tighter in the girls' game. It's tougher to win turnovers.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, exactly.
And that favors a team that is strong on ball control.
Good point.
Because it looked like BG had a couple of times they had a turnover there, but got taken away. Good save by Emma Smith. That was a bullet to her right, and she sealed off the far side inside the post. That was labeled. But it's a defensive stop and a possession now for the Cardinals, who will try to come out of their own end. This is a thing that Cardinals do good on, stopping the other team usually from gaining ground in the middle here from their own end over the center line. Now Souhegan turning the tables on the Cardinals, making it difficult to come out of their own end. Restart for the Cardinals, and stick violation for a couple of times against the Sabres there. And the pass up ahead. Samantha Butler with it.
This is big for BG to have a possession after they stop.
That is a clean takeaway.
That is not a good turnover. You should own that territory behind your net, right?
That was a clean intercept by
on a bad pass, a floating pass, because you don't expect the defender to be there.
Got some
and look at how quickly Souhegan gets up the field, John.
It's some uniform numbers that are not listed on our rosters. That was number 23 for Souhegan, and it was a good anticipatory steal at that play to give the Sabres possession back, trying to go up 2-0. They say
there's going to be a call there. Player hit the deck.
A little bit late on the whistle, Tom, but yeah, that was a big call because it gives it back to the Sabres in a great spot. It looked like there was going to be a BG breakout. But the restart for Souhegan, up 1-0. 4 minutes in to the first quarter. And a low shot misses left. It's out of bounds end line, but there is a Saber there, so they will keep possession. As we hit the 4-minute mark played here at Stellos Stadium. Things getting very busy in the lacrosse baseball schedule this time of year.
Well, this is the final 10 days of the season.
Game going on at Holman right now as we talk.
Yeah, that'd be North Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Yep. Portsmouth fighting for a tournament berth. North probably not going to make it.
And Libby Kennedy passes it inside. Got a restart for Souhegan, and they keep the pressure on. It'll be Meredith Tamarak on the restart. Meredith Hamark.
Hamark's number 4, right?
Yeah.
Highmark.
And Highmark, nothing between her and Emma Smith, but she'll pass it behind the net. The slip and fall.
Now that was
and the ball on the turf.
Interesting choice. Yep. Yeah.
Kind of a mystifying choice.
Probably a play they had designed. That's probably why they were probably told to run it.
And Souhegan, after putting the ball on the turf, fortunate to still have it.
They practiced those plays off the restarts, so.
Right.
Might have been something that, okay, if you get it, this is what I
want
you to do. Look
backhanded shot, Libby Kennedy.
A flip, just a basic flip. What do you see this goal? It's as pretty as it gets.
I'm going to watch it whether it was no look. I think it was.
Watch this. Yep. Back. Yeah.
Running away.
Running away and just kind of flipping it.
Yeah, knowing exactly where it was going to go. And did catch Emma Smith a bit by surprise there. It is a 2-0 Sabres lead with 6:39 left in the first quarter. And Libby Kennedy doing it from the midfield stripe on in to the offensive zone. Such a huge impact player for this Sabres team. And she's getting her assistant in place, Izzy Stevenson, who's so good about catching these flips from Kennedy. Number 2 to number 1 is how they try to go. And meanwhile, Lola Dumont wants to get in the middle of that plan and win one of these draws for the Cardinals to get them on the scoreboard.
And Abby Lynn remains on the sidelines for Guertin. I don't think she's going to play today, John. She does not have a stick in her hands. Everybody else that's on the sidelines does.
Doesn't look like it. The ground ball scoop is executed by Libby. Libby Kennedy passes it to the high slot. Inside, turnaround, saved by Emma Smith.
That's a big save because right on top, I think that was Dumont that was right on not Dumont, but
Kennedy.
Curran? Was it Kennedy or Curran? It was right on top of her. Right there on a nice give and go pass.
Curran and Kennedy with the goals so far, and I think it was Emmy who almost had her second. But it was a stick-to-stick save by Emma Smith, and now the turnover. Unforced error.
Yep.
And scooping it up, Olivia Baker.
But the way Souhegan plays, Guertin's going to have to work on their breakout, and they evidently did because here they come.
Sophia Harrington flipped it to the far sideline where maneuvering with it into a double team. That's a stick foul against the Sabres. I don't have number 20, Tom, for BG, so we'll get that at halftime maybe. Downfield come the Cardinals, still looking for that elusive first goal of the first half as we played almost 7 minutes into the first quarter. Lola Dumont faked the pass, runs down the middle, spin move. Dumont flips it up in the air. Pop-Tart City, and she almost got it back, but instead it's Libby Kennedy. And that's against the Cardinals, I believe. It's still Libby Kennedy's ball after the scoop of the bouncing ball. No, it goes the other way. Excuse me. Restart favors BG's Bella Dawson. Bella works it to the left, and Samantha Butler passes it to her left to Charlotte Accomando behind the net.
Shot a shooter right there.
And a shot over the goal. Or did it go off the crossbar?
I think it went off the bar.
I think it did. Oh, it had to. That close to their first goal come the Cardinals.
And I thought she waited too long to shoot.
Right. Apparently beat the goaltender, but not the bar. Spinning outside Bella Dawson. BG, good quick ball movement on this possession.
Watch
Working
out.
it to the front. Shot.
Yeah.
Goal.
Great goal. Great goal.
Emphatic slam dunk goal. And I believe that was number 15.
Yep, looks that way.
For the Cardinals would be Kaylee Cruikshank, a freshman.
Yep, she scores. She's been a scorer for them this year.
And it was, as we watched the replay.
I mean, what she did with the stick, too, and keeping the ball away from the defenders, she kept the stick out. She was able to make that play.
And an accurate shot to finish.
Yep. But BG desperately needed that goal. You don't want to fall. You know, when you're an underdog in a game, you don't want to have to fight. You don't want to make yourself more of an underdog. You don't want to fight that uphill battle. 4:16 left to play here first quarter.
So I think that went all the way back to the unforced error by Souhegan with their last possession.
Turnover.
That
was forced. That turnover was forced. It was a knockout by a defender. Knocked the ball right out of the stick.
All right, and they make the most of it. Loose ball on the turf.
Look at this. Free for all. And Guertin comes up with it.
Good work on the ground, but they don't want to give it away here. There's a hard stick check. That'll be called on a.
So that goes as a draw win for Guertin. That's the first time they've gotten the ball off the draw in this game.
Long run, drawing a foul. That time was Charlotte Accomando with a good 30-yard sprint down the middle. And BG on the free position. Work it to the left. Have a chance to tie this game up with 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Every possession important in a evenly matched contest like this. Lola Dumont, near side is Charlotte Accomando going to work. Fakes to go right. Good defense keeps her out of the interior. Accomando bobbles that, and Souhegan scoops it up, but there's a whistle before that.
Could be against Guertin. But Dumont has got the ball. But see, without Lynn, Dumont probably doesn't have the experienced player she needs to be able to get free like Lynn would, right? And that hurt. I mean, she was trying to pass the ball, and player was just standing still instead of trying to move to get free and help Dumont out.
So we have no 22, so I'm going to go with number 23 being number 22 for Souhegan.
Yeah, the problem this time of year, John, is a lot of JVs get called up or uniforms get changed, things like that. As they
wrap
go
around,
through. Watch
goal.
that goal. Yep. And this is a road uniform, so
that was number 1, I believe. Was it?
Oh, it was
7. It was 7.
Yep. It was Curran.
Eileen Curran on the replay shows that she created her own space with this sprint.
Right. Watch her turn, but she turns quick. See. Watch her turn right there, very quick, with a player coming at her. So the goaltender, Smith, probably wasn't aware that the shot was going to come right away.
Yeah, it was almost a shot fake in the middle of that, and then she took another 2 steps to her left and
fired it.
Yeah, in a good
I'm
spot.
watching it on the delayed here in the stadium. She comes right around the goal and then just fires it. You got to be aware. She's got the ball. You got to be aware.
3-1 goes by Kennedy Curran and her sister Curran. So it's
Currans.
2 Currans, yeah. Arlene and Emmy. On the board for the Sabres, leading 3-1. On the turf, good pickup and retaining possession. I think after that whistle, Kaylee Cruikshank got the long stick in there, and she has it now. Kaylee coming down field, has the BG goal, looking for number 2 as she circles. Behind the goal it goes.
Ooh.
Errant pass, turnover.
Boy.
It's going to belong to the Sabres.
2 bad turnovers.
Yeah.
You know, behind the net. Just sloppy play. You're trying to make something happen. That drives an offensive guru like Callie Santos, BG's head coach. That drives somebody like that nuts. And there's a turnover, a slip.
Yes, slip and fall, puts it on the turf,
Look at
scoops
that,
up.
4 players around
Mia
the ball.
Yubakov.
4 players.
Yakubov has it, and she got stick foul, so she'll have a free start 15 yards from the goal. Passes it off to her left, Bella Dawson now hands it to Samantha Butler, and Butler goes for a sprint around the back. That's a tricky pass. It was intercepted before. Not this time, and Cruikshank gets fouled behind the goal. Cardinals trying to make it a one-goal game again. 1:10 to go first quarter. Cruikshank gets stick fouled again. And now she'll be in front of the goal line. Well, she wants to go at the goalie from an angle and try to score. From here, we'll have to watch her decision. She squares off with the Sabres netminder, cuts it back to the left. The cutter, the shot over the goal by Samantha Butler.
Butler was surrounded when she shot that ball.
Souhegan's such a good team, 11-1, and you can see why. They're just so fundamentally strong on both ends of the field.
Yeah, good point, John. They really are.
They don't give you any breathing room. When
no,
you have
no room, and they don't make a lot of silly mistakes.
So the restart, Kaylee Cruikshank with that longer stick, trying to wrap around, spin move, lost it.
Look at it, just to your point, right?
Yeah.
Just to your point. They don't give you any room to breathe.
Right in her face. Caused the turnover. BG fortunate to get this back. Good job by Kaylee Cruikshank to fight back without fouling. And now with it is Charlotte Accomando.
Nice spin move.
Yeah, but try to split three defenders.
Yeah, but those three defenders, the odds are one of them's going to foul.
And that's what happened.
The odds are one's going to foul.
Yes, and the foul was against, as you can see, number 2, Libby Kennedy, who's behind Accomando now. Charlotte on the restart. She could take a shot from a step away. She does, scores!
Oh.
Charlotte Accomando makes it a one-goal game again.
Big goal.
Yes.
You got to keep pace with 9.5 seconds left. She didn't have a lot of time on that. 9.5 left, and she just buries it.
That's the foul. We watched the foul earlier.
I know.
Yeah. That was the key play, though.
Yeah, the foul was it, right?
Building block to the goal.
Yep.
That followed, and here it is.
Here it is. Upper corner.
Yes.
Yep.
Very upper corner, right side. Well done. Charlotte Accomando has BG's second goal.
Yeah, I can watch it for a third time up there.
That's right.
The delayed broadcast that we have here in the TV and the press box is great.
Nashua ETV has it 3 ways here for Tom's enjoyment of that BG goal.
It's about the only time I like a delay, Pete Johnson.
The draw. And BG wins it again.
How about that?
Nice catch in midair by Lola
Can
Dumont.
they score? They got to hurry. They're not going to do it.
That was just scant seconds left when they won that draw. So momentum.
But not bad. End of 1, 3-2 to score. It could have been much worse, John Collins. I think Souhegan was scoreless on 3 other possessions. So
yes,
I will join you towards the end of the second quarter.
Hurry back, Tom King, as we go to the break between the first and second quarters here on Nashua ETV. Welcome back to Stellos Stadium and to Girls Lacrosse late in the 2026 spring season against 2 of the top teams in New Hampshire's Division I Girls Lacrosse standings. It's the 11-1 Souhegan Sabers leading at the first quarter to second quarter break, 3-2 over Bishop Guertin, who come into this contest with a record of 9-4, having lost to Pinkerton most recently, though they have won 3 of their last 4. And this is a team that they're considered rivals with in this girls Division I category, Souhegan and BG. Souhegan taking the previous 2 matchups. And the favored team really in this game today, if you look at comparable scores, Souhegan beating Pinkerton, for example, 15-4, that team that BG did lose to 9-4 in their recent game. So that same opponent, much different result. However, right here we have a 1-goal game, and BG seems to be playing the Sabres very, very tough early on, kind of splitting the draws and the turnovers and the takeaways. There's an errant pass that's on the turf, but smartly fielded by Lena Hickman on the fly. Kind of a ground ball about knee high. She made easy work of it, and they turn it into a goal that quickly. It is Arlene Curran with her second goal of the game. The Curran sisters have a total of 3 now as the Sabres lead 4-2. That was just a great job of handling a ground ball leading to a slot pass. That's Lena Hickman that's circling, going behind the goal. See if we can find out who fed that out front to Curran, but she made quick work of it over 3 defenders and the goaltender. 4 BG players in all, an accurate shot to make it 4-2. So back to the draw at midfield. Also important, these wins of possession either way can decide the contest, and you can tell with the record that BG Souhegan has, just the 1 loss on the season, they must have one of the best in the league, if not the best, and Libby Kennedy winning a lot of these. And now it's a contested ball on the ground. Souhegan had it for a moment, trying to steal it away was Lola Dumont, but she got whistled, and it is another draw win for the Cardinals. So they're even Steven here in the second quarter so far. BG trying to answer back the Souhegan goal and get the margin back down to 1. Good job again by the BG draw takers in the middle. Lola Dumont. I think they have handed off the duty at least once or twice from Lola. So that's something to keep track of. The Souhegan Sabres, they stick with Libby Kennedy for any key draw. You can tell why. Changing direction now is the Cardinals' go-to player in this first quarter. Anyway, Kaylee Cruikshank, she tosses it around to Dumont. They go to the other side where Charlotte Accomando gives it back to Dumont. Fakes left, goes right, runs into a double team. Souhegan giving no breathing space to Dumont. There's the cutter. Accomando got fouled as she was 5 yards from the goal, and she's going to have a great chance to score her second goal of the game. On the free position from 10 yards away, Souhegan does a great job on defense at closing in on these would-be shooters. As soon as that whistle sounds, you can believe that Cruikshank's going to have 2 defenders right up against her as she shoots it and scores. She went down low. What a beautiful choice of shot there by Charlotte Accomando to get the ball through and in. Must have maybe premeditated that she was going to go down with it, and it worked. You see it there bouncing between the pipes. It's a 4-3 game for the Cardinals. One down by 1. Teams trading draw wins and goals in the opening minutes of the second period. And taking the draw for Bishop Guertin is Kaylee Cruikshank against Libby Kennedy. They line up side by side. All placed in the middle of the sticks by the game official, and often these balls just go straight up in the air, and the jousting for the loose ball ensues. Let's see what happens there. It's to the left, and it's an immediate whistle. Violation goes against the Sabres. So 2 draws out of 3 go the Cardinals' way to open the second quarter, and they have a chance to tie this. Put the ball on the turf, but Kaylee Cruikshank scoops it up, and BG goes back to work on offense. Good way to limit a potent offense to keep the ball away from them. Time of possession, BG doing a pretty decent job of it here in the second quarter against the number 1 Sabres. Up top, Lola Dumont dancing to her left, looking to her right, jogging harder to the right. 2 defenders come out to meet her, no space to work with. Stick foul goes against Emmy Curran, and Lola Dumont has it still. 12 yards from the net. Feeds it up top, high slot, dancing right then left. Kaylee Cruikshank passes it off. Hard contact over by Charlotte Accomando. Runs into a double team, and she will get the ball again. It's proven to be a dangerous player for the Cardinals early on. 2 goals out of the 3. Chance for a hat trick already with 8:50 left to go in the first half. Accomando charges, shoots, and missed to the right. Either it was off the post or maybe the goaltender got a piece of it, but it's a good job, good stop by the Sabres to avoid a tie game right there. And the Sabres did have a player stationed at the back line, so the missed shot was as good as a turnover because of that smart positioning. Oftentimes you'll see teams just get all the defenders crowded in front of the net. They don't spare anybody, any defender, to be back at the back line. The Sabres decided to go the other route, and they get the possession back. Running out in front, shot, goal, running left to right. Lanai Hickman, and Lanai has got her first goal of the game. Makes it a 5-3 lead. She created space right there, and the nice accurate shot up top. The flick, right-handed into the top half of the goal, and beats Emma Smith for goal number 5 for the Sabres. They lead it 5-3. Felt a bit of a momentum shift there as the Cardinals won the draw, but then got stopped, and the Sabres went immediately down and scored. So they got a stop and a score to expand their lead again to 2. 5-3. Back to the X. Libby Kennedy versus Kaylee Cruikshank. Lola Accomando, Emmy Kern waiting on one part of the circle. And Libby Kennedy tried to catch her own pop-up. She won the draw. Libby Kennedy charges down, fakes left, goes right, shoots from distance. She did have a teammate back there. She knew she had a free shot at the goal. Seemed to miss to the left as the Sabres collect and keep the pressure on offense, trying to double up BG's score now. Could make it a 6-3 game. Dancing to her right is Arlene Curran. And Curran draws a foul, so building block toward a more quality shot. Runs to the right. Good stick check by the Cardinals. Pass in tight. Kennedy spinning, working, shooting over the net. Another free shot as a teammate back there ensures they retain possession. And good defense played by Charlotte Accomando, who is shadowing Libby Kennedy. Now they switch off from Kennedy. And meanwhile, the action's in the far corner. Lanai Hickman had it. Gives it up top to Izzy Stevenson. Stevenson being backed out. Good defense by Lola Dumont. Stevenson kind of losing ground with Dumont in her face. And they'll restart. Emmy Curran with it for Souhegan. Fakes left, goes right. Lola Dumont comes out with her. Got called for the stick foul, though. And now it's going to be Emmy Curran with advantage on the restart. Free position, about 10 yards from the goal. BG has no defender in front of her. Look for Curran maybe to make a charge here and shoot from in close quarters. She does charge forward, then the deflected shot goes over. That's a good job by the Cardinals not to make it easy. I think that was number 18, Sydney Brophy, the senior defender, who made that really nice play to disrupt the Sabre attack. The shot by Kennedy seemed to skim the crossbar and goes out of bounds, and still the Sabres have it. Sabres doing a good job of ball security with all these chances they've had this one trip down the field. BG's defense got to be kind of exhausted to try to stave off this attack. Kennedy fakes left, goes right, shoots and scores. That was a bullet accurately tossed by Libby Kennedy. Has her second goal of the game. It's tough to defend perfect shots like that. And as Kennedy celebrates with her teammates, rightfully so, we'll watch her just go to work. Kind of a solo effort here, but just brilliant. That was a shot from a kind of a tough angle. Probably about 6 yards away if you triangulate it. And with 5:39 to go, first half, we're in the second quarter, but Souhegan now kind of pulling away a little bit, winning draws, scoring goals, and eating up time of possession in the process on that last trip down. It seems to up the ante on this draw for BG to win it. Chance here. Good ground ball scoop by about knee-high there by Lola Dumont, being pursued fiercely by two Sabres defenders, but she outruns them all. Now will put the brakes on and set it up. Lola Dumont with key play for her Cardinals team, the junior midi, getting it done. Accomando got fouled from behind. Charlotte Accomando is a dangerous player with the ball this close to the goal. She's got 2 already. And on the restart, she's going to pass this to Lola Dumont in the high center slot. Tosses it to the right. Kaylee Cruikshank, double team, triple teamed, going to her right, just trying to survive as she flicks it to Dumont, who's by herself. Now a defender descends upon her as Kaylee Cruikshank gets it back to Lola Dumont up top. Sabres defenders giving no breathing room to these ball handlers for BG, and they win a turnover as a result. Libby Kennedy coming charging out of the backfield, and down the field come the Sabres. Surviving another win of the draw by the Cardinals. Nothing to show for it. Kennedy the cutter there. They missed it. This is going to be BG ball as the Sabres accidentally throw it out of bounds on a missed pass to the cutter. And a fortunate break there for the Cardinals. With 4:13 to go first half, they get the ball back, trying to make it a 2-goal game. They're down 3, 6-3. They work it down the far sideline. On the sprint is Sophia Harrington. Harrington being pursued closely. Seems like everybody that gets the ball's immediately got a defender in their face for the Cardinals. But they do work it all the way behind the net. Near side is Kaylee Cruikshank. Kaylee up top. Lola Dumont feeds it to her left to Ava Brennan. Brennan gives it to Accomando. Dumont, they're staying on the perimeter. Whistle. Foul, seemed to be away from the ball, but it favors the Cardinals. A violation against the Sabres. I don't think there's any sport that would lend itself to having the officials mic'd up better than lacrosse. Kind of obscure rules that they often cite. And Dumont took a stick, looked like up around the forehead. Lost possession, but it was a stick foul against the Sabres. Nobody's gotten penalized yet in the game. I don't see anybody in the penalty boxes at all. In the restart, Dumont shot, goal. Lola Dumont's got her first goal of the game. Much needed for the Cardinals, as it was 6-3, now 6-4, and a bit of momentum for Bishop Guertin. Lola Dumont been very good in this game. Now she has her first goal. Going down, looked like near side, and snuck it past the netminder for Molly Benson for the Sabres. A 6-3 game, 2:51 left in the first half. Libby Kennedy now facing off against Charlotte Accomando taking the draw for the Cardinals. Charlotte's probably trying to flip it back over her right shoulder to Lola Dumont, but Emmy Curran of the Sabres is shoulder to shoulder with Lola, and Lola grabs it out of the air. Another good win for the Cardinals against a very good duo or trio in Easy Stevenson, Libby Kennedy, and Emmy Curran up front. The 1-2-3 punch on those draws for the Sabres. It's tough to win those away from them, and BG's had their fair share of wins on the draw, including this time. They have a chance to make it a 1-goal game again. Lola Dumont passes it, and going to work Kaylee Cruikshank. Kaylee has a goal in this game, passes it back to Lola Dumont, and they swing it over to Charlotte Accomando, who's got 2 of BG's 4 goals. She gets no mercy from Libby Kennedy. Pass behind the goal, they go quickly around the net. A bobble there for a moment, but Cameron Layton gets it back. She's being escorted almost off the field as she takes it far sideline, gets it to Lola Dumont. Under 2 minutes to go, first half. BG trying to make it a 1-goal game. Kaylee Cruikshank had a glimmer of a seam there. Foul away from the ball is going to go against. Looked like they're calling it on Libby. Number 11 was pointed out. Eva Stiles. So that benefits the Cardinals on the restart. Kaylee Cruikshank with nobody between her and the goaltender, Molly Benson. And the shot is not taken, or what happened there? The whistle came after Kaylee had almost worked her way past the goal entirely, And we're just going to restart this thing. 1:10 to go. Clock still rolling even when the whistle sounds as it has here on the restart. Kaylee Cruikshank, will she just take a step and a shot? A few steps, gets the no shot away. Another stick violation called. And I thought the official might be reaching for a card, but no, it's just probably the way the whistle is located. Cruikshank is going to shoot this thing, and she missed to the right, but it's still BG ball. Under a minute now, clock rolling. BG got to play with a sense of urgency here, try to get this quality shot in the last minute. Whistle before Charlotte Accomando can launch. Souhegan defense willing to play close to the edge of what they can get away with on defense to stop this would-be last goal of the first half by the Cardinals. On the restart, Charlotte Accomando in front, slam dunk goal. Too much physicality and speed right there by Charlotte Accomando. She has a hat trick in this game for the Cardinals, and it's a 6-5 contest. Charlotte Accomando with authority right here. Watch her just run between all defenders and really give Molly Benson no chance on the finish. Right up top from a few feet away. 6-5 is the score. Charlotte Accomando with 3 of the 5 goals. Lola Dumont has one, as does Kaylee Cruikshank. Back to the draw or the drawing board, as we could call the Center X. It is Accomando versus Libby Kennedy. Charlotte emerging as a star in this game, especially if she can win some more of these draws from Libby Kennedy. Maybe the best in the business. There's a tight quarters battle. And let's see who got whistled this time. They're going to just redo it. And I don't know if they're going to have, they froze it actually after the goal. So it's 41 seconds until we resume play. 41 seconds remaining in the first half is all. Who's going to get a last chance at goal or to shoot on goal here on this draw? And it's going to be BG as Accomando wins it to Kaylee Cruikshank. Cruikshank has it knocked loose, but it was a stick foul against the Sabres. They might just try to foul this out here to finish the clock. BG, quick restart. 25 seconds to go. Dumont spins. Will she get a shot away? Yes, she does, and she scores. Lola Dumont with her second goal of the game has tied this up. What a swing of momentum in this New Hampshire Division I Girls Lacrosse matchup between Bishop Guertin on their home Stellos Stadium turf and the Sabres. This maneuver by Lola Dumont and a great shot past 3 defenders and the netminder give BG all the momentum going in at half. Barring a Souhegan goal in the last 20 seconds, they have tied it up 6-6, coming back from 3 goals down. Shaping up to be a fantastic lacrosse match here at Stellos. Back to the draw. Charlotte Accomando versus Libby Kennedy. Charlotte's won at least 2 in a row of these. Libby Kennedy, a dangerous player. She wins the draw. She has the speed to run right downfield and take a shot. Bouncing ball, first chance at it. Lola Dumont scoops it up. Got stick fouled. They'll play on, will they? They stop it. 13 seconds to go. And a chance for BG to run downfield and maybe launch. And wouldn't that be something if they went into halftime with a lead? 13.6 seconds and 60 yards to cover. As we wait for the game official down at the scorers table to sort things out. Looks like they have a BG player. Let me see. I have a BG player. It looks like in the penalty box is Avery McKiernan. And anyway, it's BG ball, whether they're shorthanded or not, in the last 10 seconds. The scoop and the run. Will she get a shot away? That's Leo O'Block. Leo O'Block lost it. Trying to get it back, and there's no time left just about. That'll do it for the first half. So the Cardinals do a good job of winning draws late in the first half and also finishing their runs toward goal. We see it's number 1, Izzy Stevenson, who's penalized, and she'll have 1 minute and 47 seconds left to serve on that penalty when we room the second half. But Tom King, how about a second quarter comeback by the Cardinals?
Possession, 10/10 of the law in lacrosse, right?
Right.
They got possession. They won a couple draws, got a couple calls, picked up some loose balls, have the ball.
And we got quite the impressive lacrosse match going here.
We got a good one. That's what we wanted.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. We're on Nashua ETV at halftime here at Stellos Stadium. Souhegan girls versus BG Lacrosse. A great match, great second half in store. Stay with us from Stellos. Back to the action here at Stellos Stadium in Nashua in a 6-6 contest as we're underway third quarter. BG coming back from 3 goals down in that second quarter with an impressive job of winning draws and loose balls and finishing their offensive possessions. John Collins with Tom King as the Sabres try to gain some momentum back, Tom, get up top again.
Well, it's an amazing comeback for Guertin the way this game was going. It looked like Souhegan was in control, but if whistle blows and it takes away a goal, she moved right in, but they call it.
Would have given a hat trick to Libby Kennedy there.
Exactly.
The whistle sounded just before she launched. Not to say she won't get it here. Very dangerous player for the Sabres going face-to-face with Emma Smith here on this restart. Good speed, shoots over the net. Still Souhegan ball, but missed opportunity there for Libby Kennedy as she charged in on Emma Smith.
Guertin has not led in this game. They would love to take the lead if they can stop Souhegan here and get the ball back.
Emmy Curran inside it goes, and
yeah, see, they committed a foul. The ball dropped out of the stick, and they called a foul on the play.
So in this restart, looks like it's number 12, Lanai Hickman with it. And Hickman facing off, charges in, and shot saved cleanly by Emma Smith, the takeaway. Great goaltending there for the Cardinals. I think that was 18, actually. Abby Gray that had that shot that Emma Smith saved. And that could be a big moment, and this could lead to the first lead of the game.
Any play in this game is going to be a big moment right now, don't you?
Sure. Sydney Brophy with it. And this close of a matchup might come down to the last play made or mistake made in this one. Certainly BG almost hoped so after they nearly got blown out in the first quarter by the Sabres, who
I see Dumont right there. You see what she did? She put her hand on her head to say, oh, I got hit in the head. So what that does is that plants something in the official's mind about that, right? So any kind of stick near Dumont might get a whistle.
Yeah.
That might ordinarily not if she didn't make such a little bit of a deal about the foul that was called just previously. So that works. That's how you got to work the officials.
Charlotte Accomando making a sprint toward the goal. Runs into a body check, draws the foul, and will have a chance
Boy, what a difference when you have to adjust from the boys' game, right?
Yeah. Acamano with a chance for a 4th goal and the BG lead on this restart.
Upper corner.
Shoots it, and it's off the goalie or the pipe.
Save.
Yeah, good save, and it's Souhegan ball in the corner.
I thought that upper right corner, as we're looking at the net from that angle, looked like it might be a good spot, and they could not get it. You're not going to get any closer than that.
Yeah, it looked like Charlotte Acamano was targeting that upper right corner, but couldn't seal the deal. And
right on top of her.
Yeah, now Souhegan has the next best chance to take the lead back as they charge across midfield with it. Sophie Jacobs. Jacobs passed it up ahead on the left sideline. Flicking it up, Lanai Hickman. Behind the net it goes for the Sabres. 3rd quarter action. We are 5 minutes in. And Souhegan circling, looking to take the lead back. Shot from distance. Emma Smith, clean save.
That's a big save. I know they came to Emma after Souhegan took that 6-3 lead and said, we trust you. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Sprint down the near sideline by the Cardinals as they flip the field.
And
Sydney Brophy.
There's another blow to the head right there.
Yep. They got whistled, but they say play on with the advantage. Sydney Brophy with it. Jogging near sideline at the 10. Flicks it to Lola Dumont. And BG catching their breath as they set up their offense. Chance to take the lead in a 6-6 game on this possession. Far corner, Bella Dawson cutting toward the middle, runs into a double team, flicks it behind the net, sure-handed pass to Cameron Layton. Layton gives it off to Charlotte Acamando. Already has a hat trick. Lola Dumont's got 2 goals. She'd love to get a 3rd. Runs away from a double team. Still has it behind the goal. Good decision to keep hold of it. Flicks it in front. Missed pass, but the teammate is on the right spot. Samantha Butler's shot misses near side and out of bounds, still BG ball.
So Abby Lynn's injury, from what I understand, is back. And structurally, it's improved to the point where she's close. But now it's just a matter of adjusting to any pain or anything like that. So that's why she is dressed but not playing, is a sign that she's close. And I think it's going to be game to game. How do you feel today? Well, I think it can go.
Acamando shot save made by Molly Benson. She went down and got it.
Nice save by Benson.
Yeah, looked like it was labeled for inside the far post.
Well, she's made 2 big saves.
Keeps it an even Steven game. 6-6, far sideline. Sprinting downfield is Arlene Curran. Curran got 2 goals. Her sister Emmy has 1 of the 6 scored by the Sabres. Circling behind the net. Still holding it around near side. BG defense seals off the post. Flick inside, shot, saved by Emma Smith. Rebound comes all the way out, where Sabres pick it up. Good loose ball handled by Izzy Stevenson. Whistled just before she passed. Fouled by the BG defender, Leah O'Block. Great name for a defender, by the way, O'Block.
O'Block.
And behind the net goes Stevenson.
Or an offensive lineman.
Yeah, it's true. Even better, a football offensive lineman. And stick work keeps Lanai Hickman at bay. She flicks it sideline. Arlene Curran.
Side shot. Did you see her little underhand flick?
Trickery.
Yeah.
But does not find the mark. Souhegan still with it, keeping the pressure on. In front, loose ball on the turf. Scooped up by Souhegan. Sabres, good job in traffic. Thinking about a shot at a tough angle on the run was Lanai Hickman. She got stick fouled, and she'll get the free position on an angle about 10 yards from the goal. Emma Smith waiting. Shot in front, goal.
Scores, what a pass. What a great pass.
Izzy.
That Izzy Stevenson.
Yeah.
Let's see that on the pass play.
The recipient of this nice pass in tight quarters. Not even a bobble was able to one-time it.
Right. Here's the pass. Right down on this. She wasn't even a cutter. She was stationary when she caught that ball.
Had 2 defenders near her, but got rid of it quickly and accurately, and it's a 7-6 lead for the Sabres. The draw being taken by Charlotte Accomando versus Libby Kennedy, who's so tough on opponents, winning a lot of draws, but Charlotte Accomando has more than held her own in this one at the X. And that one is got in the air by Charlotte Accomando. Clean face-off win. Flicks it to Lola Dumont and downfield.
That is a big draw win for BG. That you've got to capitalize on that. You're late in the third quarter. You've got to take advantage of that draw win. You don't win too many of them.
Kaylee Cruikshank ran into 4 Sabre defenders.
Isn't that the case of everybody who's got the ball?
Yes. And the ball was jarred loose, but again, as Tom said, you get a crowd like that, somebody is going to commit a foul, and that's what happened. And
all right, John, where you go here? I go left side.
Oh, but where you're saying? Yeah, she looked like she got a.
She tried to go right.
Right down low?
Yeah, right down low.
And they're going to call it a goal.
Oh, wow.
It snuck in.
It did.
Let's see that one again.
Save was made, but
wow.
Boy.
I'm not sure how that got in there, but I think it's Kaylee Cruikshank goal, delayed.
Who's taking it? Cruikshank?
Cruikshank, 15.
15
and
shot.
it's stuck over the line.
The goalie looked behind. That was the key right there. When she looked behind, you know it's got to be past her.
Molly Benson got a piece of that, Tom, but it trickled over the stripe. It is NHL Stanley Cup season. Reminded me of one of those goals, you know, where the goalie gets big piece of it and then it just ever so slowly slides over the line.
It's got to all be over the line, right?
I think so. And the official was right there. So saw apparently daylight between the line and the ball, and it is a 7-7 contest. Loose ball. Cruikshank scooped it up. She got fouled. It's another draw win for the Cardinals. Charlotte Accomando getting it done at the center stripe multiple times. And BG, another chance to take their first lead of the game. 2:20 to go, third quarter. And dancing around Cruikshank, sprints to her right, double team whistle. Same formula working for the Cardinals offensive players, winning these restarts and from the set position having a lot of success.
2-minute mark now.
Kaylee Cruikshank looking for her hat trick on the restart. Passes it to Dumont. The whistle blown before she shot. And we have a yellow card.
I believe. Is it?
Yeah, they're going to send Lola
cheering
off. Was it a dangerous shot?
Don't know what the call was.
Yeah, I was saying that this sport lends itself more than any other having the officials mic'd up, you know, because they have a lot of detailed rules that they have to impart, and sometimes it's a mystery what the exact turnover was.
2 minutes for the last, so for the rest of this quarter and 12 seconds into the next quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if that was called a dangerous shot head high at the defender, but it was a Lola Dumont penalty. So she is in the penalty box for the biggest amount of time of any player this game, 2
Callie
minutes.
Santos came over to ask her something. Dumont still making her case to her coach.
It's like nothing I don't usually do. It's a shot.
Yeah, no.
And
watch
Sabres benefit.
Souhegan got it. They got the goal.
The cutter, Libby Kennedy, has 3. She's so sure-handed on those passes. The hand-eye coordination.
Telegraph Player of the Year last year. Yeah. That's why.
And the feed from Izzy Stevenson as she found her. Up high and then up high. The 1-2 punch for Souhegan gives them a lead back, 8-7. Kennedy with 3 of the 7 goals. The Current sisters have 3. Hickman's got 1. And the restart. Libby Kennedy versus Charlotte Accomando.
That's what we ought to do, John. We ought to have that on TV 13. Get some sticks and you and I do the draw in the middle.
Well, at least we could explain we get a game official and explain what's actually going on.
Oh, we have a ref there. We have to bring in a ref there.
Cruikshank double team getting escorted toward the sideline, draws a foul. A good distance from the goal. So BG down a goal again, a familiar position for them in this game.
Down a goal and down a man, down their best scorer right now, Lola Dumont, for the next 120.
Accomando and Cruikshank playing catch. Defense by Arlene Curran as they go behind the net. Curran shadowing the ball handler Cruikshank. Now a double team as Emmy Curran joins in and Souhegan steals it away. Loose ball scooped up, downfield they come. And pass down to the corner. Souhegan flipping the field, chance to go up by 2. They've led by as many as 3. They were at 6-3 before BG tied it at half 6-all. 24 seconds left, 24-second shot clock for the Souhegan Sabers, but they put it on the turf. And a win for the Cardinals there.
Yeah, bad pass, just a lob pass, but it was just the connection wasn't made is the best way to explain it.
So we need an Olympic 100-yard sprint here with 6 seconds left to go. So
I could do it.
But the BG,
they're not going to. They're going to hold it.
And
that'll be it for the third quarter.
3 quarters played, only a 1-goal difference between these two teams.
Good game.
Really good game.
Yep. They'll retreat, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter. 12 minutes of running time right after this.
As we look in on the Souhegan Sabers huddle between the third and fourth quarters, they do have that slimmest of 1-goal leads, 8-7, as the Cardinals have given them everything that they can handle. They're only 1 loss on the season, the Sabres have, but this is a threat, this BG team. They played very well in the first 3 quarters, some flashes of brilliance. Now led by, I think, Charlotte Accomando, who's at the center dot right now at the X, waiting for Libby Kennedy. She's been dueling with Libby all game and winning a lot of these draws, maybe the majority, and has given BG every opportunity to steal a win here over their rival from Amherst. 8-7, every draw taking on added importance in this game. Put a fresh 12 minutes up for the final frame. Fourth quarter about to get underway at Stellos Stadium. John Collins with Tom King. Michaela Savageau on the moving pictures, and Pete Johnson, our executive producer, alongside. We got all the replays from the studio, and Dan Young. Ball's on the turf. Who's going to get it? 4 players jousting, and coming away with it, Charlotte Accomando. What great work by her. And Cruikshank gets a 2-defender escort in the offensive end. Good job of dishing it off and relieving the pressure. Dumont flips it over the corner where Samantha Butler hands it off. Charlotte Accomando with it. Gives it back to Lola Dumont.
Right, who's back on the field now because she only had 12 seconds in this quarter to serve.
Pass goes over the official. Had a duck. Cruikshank with it. And a whistle, and we have, it's like penalty called against, or a violation called against the Sabres. And so great position for Kaylee Cruikshank on this restart. Can she tie this game up? Facing Molly Benson in goal for the Sabres. And the ball's on the turf, knocked free by Libby Kennedy on the defense. Great defensive work by Kennedy. Forces the turnover, and downfield charging comes Izzy Stevenson and also Annie Curran. Curran hands it off to Hickman. Hickman, the cutter,
nice
is Kennedy, shot saved by Emma Smith, and the ball's deflected off to the left.
Couldn't quite make the catch, but got the stick on it.
And so the Cardinals dodge a bullet there. Great goaltending. Out from behind the goal line is Stevenson. She has to back it away. because of the fierce defensive work. Errant pass, chance to scoop it up for the Cardinals, but getting there first was Lanai Hickman. And Hickman dancing left, right, back to her left, trying to get a shot away, gets decked, and that's the foul against the, they're going to call it.
Call it the other way.
Yeah, dangerous play against the Sabres, so that gets whistled, and it's a break for the Cardinals, which they did create with that ferocious defense. And
Remember,
at midfield
they need a goal. You don't want to fall behind by 2 in this game.
Akamanda with all kinds of foot room, running room, launches on the run.
On the run, she was anxious, she wanted to shoot it the whole bit. You know, you've got to set up a play. You got to be patient in this game.
So from behind the net, the Cardinals with possession. And sprinting.
Souhegan's defense, boy, it is as tough. Have you seen a tougher defense this season?
No. And they're just they're practiced in the art of giving the opponent no breathing room, and that's a lot of hustle and concentration really on defense. Nobody gets a free pass.
Dumont, they double team her.
Flick inside, loose ball goes through the crease, and it's picked up by number 6, Cameron Layton in the corner.
Yeah, good pickup. You gotta pick up ground balls in lacrosse. We always say that, but it's never more true than it is in the girls' game right now with a lot of balls hitting the turf in this game.
Bella Johnson to Luke Dumont.
She wants to shoot it.
She does.
Do it now.
She does shoot it, and
save.
Molly Benson with the save down low right.
Big save right there. She's made 3 of them in 3 straight big saves on BG shots.
She tracked it all the way. Fast break.
Look at this.
Souhegan moving it. Will they shoot it on the run? BG trying to circle back, but it's a slam dunk save.
Smith, wow, right on point, right in front. Oh, that's the play of the game right there.
Especially if BG comes back and wins this.
And that was Kennedy, I think, with the shot,
I think it was Haymark.
2 or all right,
number 4, I believe.
It
was number 4, Tom. But just you talk about a face-to-face point-blank save.
Wow.
It could have been a slam dunk for Souhegan, and Emma Smith stood her ground.
That was just a great save.
As we look at Emma Smith getting the pats on the back as she goes into the timeout.
Definitely.
Here at Stellos.
Here it is. I'm watching it on the delayed. And she just got the stick up. The aim was for the upper corner. Here it is again. Watch. Stick up in that upper corner.
And it wasn't like she got to stand still. She had to adjust. It was going to go in the upper far corner.
And she had to get the stick up.
Great save.
Great save.
So the BG boys, they played at Keene yesterday, Tom. As you know, they won 14-3.
That's a walk in the park.
But what isn't a walk in the park is less than 24 hours later, right? At 6 p.m. today at Boston College High School.
Yeah,
that's a tough turnaround. Keene to BC in Boston.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, there's no traffic going to Keene, but it's kind of a jaunt, right? It's a ride.
It's going to be tough.
And did they have to leave school early, I guess, to get there? You would think, right?
Yeah. And the other thing, too,
it's not easy turnaround.
While we do that, Bedford, who has Brody Helton back now, which elevates Bedford in boys.
A lot.
Yeah, an awful lot. And they are leading Pinkerton right now 12-8.
Wow. That's probably because of having Brody Helton
yeah, no
back.
doubt about it.
Pinkerton, one of the powers in boys lacrosse this season.
So
we saw them upset the game of the year.
Game of the year here, and then I covered Exeter, their first game since, and they play at Exeter on Monday at Riviera, and close game first quarter. They scored 11 of 12 goals.
Wow!
And just took control of the game. It was the old beat. As I said to Brian Cameron, I said any layman who doesn't know the ins and outs of what's going on, and they would say, "Oh, this is what you expect from BG."
Right.
And he said, "Yeah, we look like because we had a week to practice because they're without their top 2 scorers." And
the great elite lacrosse play will continue here, right? Saturday at 1 against Zavarian, BG boys.
Yeah,
lacrosse.
Zavarian's in a little bit of a down year for Zavarian, but I think BG right now, anybody out of state has,
those schools that they put on their schedule anyway.
Yeah, they're tough.
Yeah, they're tough.
So.
Busy day for you. Always busy days for Tom, but Saturday, right? Doubleheader at Holman. South and North boys have games. Londonderry and Portsmouth, the opponents at Holman.
Well, I think the Portsmouth game is the big one for
And then you
South.
get the boys lacrosse game here at 1. Yeah, definitely the South Portsmouth game.
That's
a 1 p.m. game.
Yeah,
at
I'll
Holman.
miss that because I'll be here probably for the boys lacrosse.
So, and the weather looks like it's going to cooperate a little bit, even though Memorial Day itself looks like it's going to be a major dud, right?
I think Memorial Day isn't going to be as bad as the day before, Sunday. The day in the middle is going to be a complete washout. Memorial Day, early in the day, maybe a little bit of rain. Memorial Day, John, the Silver Knights report for duty.
Sydney Brophy got stick-checked illegally from behind there, but the official says play on, and she gained all kinds of ground as the Cardinals have a chance to tie this game up.
But that timeout was more time for the timeouts
than
between
quarters. I agree. Got us the chance to catch up, though, on everything that's going on. And the Cardinals trying to put the squeeze on that 1-goal lead. Kaylee Cruikshank flicks it. Charlotte Accomando dances to her right. Flips to the open Lola Dumont just for a second. Now she's got 3 defenders around her. Ball's on the turf. Lola trying to recover it. Pops up into the air. Traffic. There's a melee back there, and the Souhegan Sabers defense comes up with it.
You've got to hold on to the ball. You're not able to. Oh, and a hit. There's going to be a whistle there.
Yep. So that favors the Sabers, and is that going to be a timeout by Souhegan?
Timeout by somebody.
I think Souhegan called it because they have the ball.
So I was saying that Memorial Day, the Silver Knights are report for duty.
Oh, they do? They're going to practice that day?
There is a workout scheduled if they can get one in.
Is there a free meal schedule for you? Or?
Yes, there is.
Kind of sensed that the way you said it with a smile. They're back.
I was told there was a 2 o'clock barbecue.
Nice. Oh, barbecue. Wow.
I was told that by the owner.
Okay. Oh, make sure
by
you're
the owner yesterday. No, there's more. There's more. I was told that by the owner yesterday when he asked me to sign his schedule.
Wow. Oh, by the way, can you make that announcement that
you
told me about?
I'm not going to say it.
All right. I want to say it exactly like you wrote it. But it's tremendous news, really, for the Nashua ETV crew, too, because we've watched Tom for many, many years, and the accolades are just pouring in from all sides.
Yeah, did you see all that?
Tom King is going to be inducted into the Lions Club Legends of Holman Hall of Fame on July 4th. Tom King, member of the Lions Club Legends of Holman Hall of Fame. How about that? Who else is in that? There's some big names, right?
I can text you the picture of the plaque. There's a plaque. If you
walk, they're gonna carve your name into something.
The name will be on a plaque.
Oh my gosh! Like the Stanley Cup, you're gonna get engraved somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, I appreciate it. As Ed Leisha said, don't go anywhere. You're gonna have a long day at home. So it's gonna be a long day because we got a Silver Knights game that morning.
Ed, you make sure you feed me, says Tom. While we're at it.
No, it's that's a fairly brief ceremony.
Yeah.
Because it's
pre-game,
right? Before, fireworks, before the fireworks.
Okay. Oh, I see.
It's done. I'll be going in with Mickey Gasper.
What? Will he be there?
No, he won't. They're out in Anaheim.
Wow. Mickey Gasper, wow.
On an off day, they may have him come up and do it right before a Silver Knights game. And Nick Caggiano, who I worked very, was great to deal with when he was the Park Rec superintendent.
So Souhegan starts with this, the ball, of course, after they had possession, took it away in the defensive end. They get the timeout. Now they have a chance to go up by 2. 8-7 the score with only 6:20 to go in the contest. Souhegan would love to take maybe a minute off here and score. And up there, odds of holding off the BG attack. They put it on the turf instead, and Charlotte Accomando's going to scoop it up. Player of the game.
Great play there by Accomando to kind of nudge the stick a little bit and not get whistled for it.
Libby Kennedy and Accomando putting on a sprint race here as they go down all the way to within 10 yards of the goal, and Accomando draws the foul, and it's going to be a yellow card against Libby Kennedy.
Wow, so that play by Accomando, not only does she win the sprint down the field, or at least keep pace with Libby Kennedy going down the field with the ball? Souhegan's arguably best player is off the field for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
With 5:53 left to play in the contest.
They started at the 15 as I watched the delay, Tom, and they sprinted down to the other 10. So that's
and Accomando had her. She beat her.
Yeah.
She beat her downfield. And Kennedy's got the stick up.
75 yards.
And evidently they called her with landing the stick on her. I didn't see the stick touch her, but evidently they called that. When she has the stick up like that, that's a red flag for an official to look at that.
They're about to lower the boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know it.
You know,
but the fierce competitiveness on display on that 75-yard sprint. I mean, I kind of love it. She didn't have to hit her in the head, though, at the end. That was too obvious. And she's in the box for 2 minutes. She won't be able to take the next draw, right, Tom? Even if they score?
Right.
It's a lockdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if it's locked in or not.
Okay, we'll find out. Maybe. If BG can score on this possession. There's a cutter, but they missed Lola Dumont, and now there's a sprint for the loose ball, and it's going to be picked up by Cruikshank. Good hustle and awareness.
I'd go to
Accomando to Dumont. No, actually, that's not Dumont. She's behind Charlotte. Now Lola Dumont has it. 1:30 left on the penalty to Libby Kennedy. BG's trying to tie it up.
They have Cruikshank, Accomando, Dumont have been basically their main scorers in this game. So I'd go to one of those three.
And Souhegan.
They're going to have Dumont right here. Dumont wants to take that shot.
She does with the man down
this
for
is
Souhegan.
Great defense, boy. There's a man down. You've got
and the interception. Takeaway.
Oh, and a turnover. So now what you do if you're Souhegan is you maybe try to delay a little bit.
They're pressing their fast break advantage for the moment anyway. That takeaway was by Emmy Curran, number 3 for Souhegan.
Wow.
Tremendous defensive play, the interception of the pass. And it gives Souhegan the ball, so the being shorthanded doesn't affect them as much. Only half a minute left on the penalty on Libby Kennedy, and they might not even miss her for one of these draws. Loose ball, and drawing the foul. She scooped it up. BG's ball.
Yep. 25 seconds left in the penalty.
Bella Dawson with the takeaway at midfield's far sideline. Bella Dawson sprinting downfield with it. She's a senior attacker, and she flips it back to Lola Dumont. Good work by Bella. Lola Dumont with it. 7 seconds left in the penalty.
Remember I said every play is a big play in a game like this. It's coming to fruition right now, isn't it?
Here comes Libby Kennedy back into the game, Tom. And
Guertin was not able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, they probably wanted to take a shot before she reappeared in the mix. And Cardinals have one more player to get past. Accomando got fouled, I think, by Kennedy. But she wasn't going to make it easy. No free passes. That's not a penalty. It's just a foul, so Libby will stay out there. She's right behind, as you see.
You know what, John? You got the free position. You got to shoot it.
I agree. And Accomando's done it a few times from this spot.
Wide side, John Collins? Go right?
Wide side up. And she does miss up there. She was going for that.
She ran right in. She figured she'd run in close and didn't shoot it right away. I thought she might want to shoot it right away.
So did she get fouled? Yeah, she did on the shot.
Yeah, another foul, another free position.
Yeah, as she let it go, we can see. She hit the deck really hard, too.
Exactly.
On the restart, shot saved by
it hit some iron.
Molly Betson.
It hit the post.
Did it hit the post?
Yes,
wow.
You heard the clink.
Break for the Sabres. That close to tying it up was Charlotte Accomando. And it's still 8-7 as time becoming more and more of a factor in Souhegan's favor. 2.5 minutes left to go, and they've got the ball.
In no hurry.
Right.
Look at them. Look, see?
BG's
in no hurry. It's a delay.
Yeah,
it's a straight delay for the Sabres, holding on to a goal. Only one goal scored in this. Well, no, there were 3 goals scored in the quarter. Nothing scored. Only 1 goal scored. Nobody scored in this quarter. That's right. No one has scored in this quarter.
That's unbelievable.
It is.
We've had a couple of posts hit and a couple of great saves.
And we've only had 3.5. Nope. Holds off on the shot. Just hold it. 1:52. Clock is ticking. This is really interesting.
Getting down to the wire.
And again, if it's a tie game, it goes to sudden death overtime. Next goal wins. So just keep that in mind.
Which will only take us, what, another quarter? Another 12 minutes? Izzy Stevenson being...
That's right, Michaela doesn't mind.
Right. Oh, and there's...
Pete does, but Michaela doesn't.
Here's a chance to put the game away, Tom, as the clock continues to roll. Now they stop. Do they stop it? No, it's rolling. And the restart for Souhegan, they have a chance to get an insurance goal, go up by 2 with just about a minute left. If Izzy Stevenson wants to just shoot this, she's going to pass it in tight. Libby Kennedy couldn't collect it. Behind the goal, Souhegan still with it. Stick check out of bounds. Foul against the Cardinals. Under a minute left to go, and it's not looking good right now for BG. They need a takeaway and a goal.
Now you can do it in 50 seconds. It's like basketball. I mean, the last 50 seconds of a close lacrosse game is tons of things can happen.
Lots of space for Curran if she wants to just run around with
That's
it.
it.
Puts
it's
it on the turf.
Delay. Great delay job by Souhegan, boy. I'll tell you, this is really good discipline on their part.
30 seconds left.
They don't need to take a shot.
They don't. They just need to
control it. Control it and catch the ball and run with the ball.
And sprinting toward net is
That's it.
Curran.
Just run with it. Don't run into the defense. Run away from the defense.
The yellow card, 20 seconds left, and coming out will be Charlotte Accomando.
Oh, that's a tough one.
It's a rough if that, in fact, Tom, as you said, hit the post by Charlotte Accomando, she has got to be super frustrated at this point and, got penalized the 2 minutes.
19.9 seconds left. That's not gonna do it.
So barring a Sabres mistake here, it's going to be a Souhegan 12th win of the season. The restart, you can see just nothing between Arlene Curran and Emma Smith, but she's not going to shoot it. She runs around with it a little bit, and that'll do it. The 12 seconds left to go, unless barring a turnover here by the Sabres.
It's a great job by them.
Foul against Lola Dumont. So great job, Tom King. Lions Club legend that you are. We'll see you the next time around. As on the restart here, Souhegan just has 8 seconds left to kill off for an 8-7 lead. They'll play it back. 5 seconds. With it is Lanai Hickman. Hickman is just going to run the game out as the buzzer sounds, or the horn sounds, on a Sabres victory. 8-7, no goals scored in the fourth quarter. Amazingly so. It was 8-7 after 3, and it stayed that way for the duration. But that's just how evenly matched these two teams appeared to be. And congratulations on the Souhegan Sabres as their winning season continues, and they still appear to be on a collision course with Portsmouth, the number 1 seed at this point in the tournament later on. BG will continue on, and they'll get their best player, Abby Lynn, back from that bad back, you would think, by the time the tournament starts, and maybe start a run of their own. Great job by our camera person, Michaela Savageau, today. Dan Young on replays, our executive producer, Pete Johnson, running the controls. I'm John Collins for Tom King. Thank you for watching, and good evening, everybody, from Stellos Stadium on Nashua ETV.